So, little bit of an update on the koi pond, koi and goldfish, and you know, there's a couple of fancies in here as well, and a sturgeon. We've reduced down the water level completely. We had methylene blue in here yesterday, and what I've done is, rather than having a full all the way up to the top and have to use loads and loads of methylene blue, I've been able to get away with just a one bottle by reducing down the water volume. Now, am I going to lose some of my good bacteria that lives on the sides? Yes. But when I fill it back up, that algae will be dead, and the fish are just going to feast on it anyway. So it's not a big deal. And yeah, most of my algae, or my good bacteria, lives in this system here anyway. Would you look at this? Isn't this just amazing? This is the one plant. Now, this was literally, I mean, that height when I got it last year in a local garden centre. It's a type of water celery. It's used in gin making. It's a botanical used in gin making. And the rest of our plants are gone crazy as well. A little bit of fungus in the pond. So unfortunately, I've been waiting and waiting and waiting to get my treatments on, but they haven't come yet. There's been a delay in them in the post. I can't get them locally. There's nowhere down here that sells the treatments. So I've been forced to kind of use methylene blue, just because I've got a sturgeon in here and I need to make sure that I'm not using anything that's going to affect him. So methylene blue, safe for the sturgeon. And what I've done is, rather than, like I said, use the full volume of the pond and have to treat the whole full volume, I've reduced it down by a massive amount. Fish are grand. Fish are actually been spawning on a crazy one. Some of the big black goldfish, which are hard to see hiding in the shadows back there, we're trying to breed with my big female koi lunatics. They want to be careful giving her a hard time. She give them a good going over. Send them home with their tail between their fins, I suppose. But yeah, no, otherwise, we've got a little bit of a fungus issue. Hopefully that'll clear up quick enough. And yeah, otherwise, generally, things are okay. It is a pain to have that fungus issue for sure. I got my big 10,000 litre an hour pump here. Is that 15? Oh goodness. No, I think that's 10. Got a 5 over here, so we got the full volume of the two of them is ploughing over this waterfall here and keeping tons of extra oxygenation going in. We've got air here, we've got air there, and we've got the 5,000 litre an hour pump there, goes back underneath and up in down the wetlands bog filter. Thing is, the wetlands bog filter is almost as deep as the pond is deep, so you can see the water level is just below that line there, so you can see how deep that filter is, and it's going back about 2.5 foot. So that is all the filter. It's colossal. It's absolutely colossal. But there's going to be some changes made here once I get the treatment done and these guys are settled and sorted. I'm just going to give them a little bit of time to kind of get themselves back to normal. And the plan was make a pergola over this. A really nice big one. It has been the plan the whole time. And the pergola would be going from kind of here to the end there. We've done a bit of a dig out there and out back and cover over. And it's going to have to be high if this guy here is going to be going crazy. But that said, it could grow up through it. Now, you know what? I was trying to convince them to put a big pond in down there, and they weren't having any of it. It's fair enough. But we've already got some of this dug out, so why not dig out the rest of it? And then maybe go further. And then maybe go back. And then maybe go down. So the plan now is, before we put the pergola in, get this all dug out. Extend the concrete wall, because this is just a couple of concrete blocks high. Extend the concrete wall down here. Bring it down maybe as far as here. Take some of the bushes out of the way. Bring it back. And go in here. And now this tree is lucky enough, just far enough back from the pond that I don't think it's going to cause too many issues. So we can take this across here. Maybe take this guy out, pull out some of this tree. And if there's nothing here electrical wise or shores or anything like that, any pipe work, maybe go down. But at the very least we can have it the same level as this. Now that would essentially double, perhaps even triple the volume of the pond. It would be absolutely phenomenal. And then after that's done, we could put up a huge pergola that covers the entire pond, which would be pretty cool. And some trees going over it. arcing over a little bit, and yeah, it'd be absolutely spot on. It'd be fantastic. Don't really go putting up the pergola at the moment while this guy is here, and also I'm kind of out with my back, so I need to take a rest and take it easy for a bit anyway. So I won't be digging out all this, but luckily enough we've got like a rotavator and a couple of bits and pieces of machinery that might be able to pull that out for us and give us a hand. So and literally that could just be pushed to the back and to the side, and yeah, maybe we put like a waterfall or something down the end here, nice like trickling feature or something like that, and yeah, get a big extension done on this. So that'll be cool. And then so basically dig this out, concrete wall, maybe a small pad of concrete down the bottom, and then all the fish come out. They all go into big buckets and totes. Can literally leave the liner that's in there because that will act as just an extra layer underneath. Knock that wall, the wall that would be in the middle then essentially, and then put down a much bigger liner. Now I'm not going to add on to the bog filter, that would be just far too much, and to be honest with you, the bog filter as is fantastic. The amount of biological filtration going on in there is phenomenal, and I can always add media to that because there's quite a bit of media that could be added to that before I would consider that full. What I would however do is put in a huge kind of maybe trickle filter system, add extra oxygenation in. Perfect, not that we need it with the amount of oxygenation that this is creating, but it would also, like, we could pull out fine particulates and just, yeah, it'd be fantastic. So yeah, and we could leave the pump kind of central in the pond here that's covering kind of that bit of a loop there, and have another one and have it going up there, and yeah, you know, there's a setup there, definitely. But in the meantime, we're going to get these guys right. They're generally formed, they're breeding and stuff. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there because I can hear my dad calling me for a bit of dinner. So I'm going to go do that. That's it, koi pond update. We're going to get these guys good. We're going to give them a bigger home. Talk to you later, folks. Bye. Good Lord.